folks, Kathy Williams-Devries here, bringing you a series of 5 tutorial videos on each of the 5 Bagetelles by Gerald Finzi. And if you're wondering where I got the CD accompaniment, Boozy and Hawkes and Hal Leonard put out this particular edition that has the backing CD. It's not all that expensive, about $20, and it also comes with a piece of software called the Amazing CD Slow Downer, so that you can slow down the CD so that you can practice with the accompaniment. And I think it's rather important to practice with this accompaniment because the piano part is very, very involved. So these 5 Bagetelles are absolutely beautiful. They're just incredible music. The first one, the Prelude, is actually on the Trinity College grade 6 list, but the second, third and fourth are also equally able to be played at least grade 5 level. I think I taught this piece at grade 5 level for the ABRSM exams. The Figetta, of course, is grade 8. I remember playing it actually when I was 13, and I played it from memory in a competition and won the competition, which was pretty cool. But Finzi, if you want to know how to play these 5 Bagetelles, I advise you, I recommend that you study and listen to the song cycles by Finzi, Before and After Summer, Young Man's Exhortation. They're absolutely beautiful. This Prelude, I feel, imitates the sound of church bells. And I remember I lived in England for a couple of years, and I lived in a town called Leicester, and as I'd walk through the town of Leicester and the old ruined abbey, the Abbey Parklands, and along the River Soar, all I could hear on a Sunday afternoon was the sound of church bells ringing, and it was an absolutely wonderful sound, and I believe Finzi captures it well here. If you listen to the bottom hand of the piano intro, you will hear ya da 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 da, which is the church bells. Let's see if we can hear that. So you can hear the sound of the church bells. It's I think, yeah, it's just absolutely incredible music, and I advise you actually to study the piano part along with the clarinet part to get a real feel for the piece in its entirety. So you have that 3-bar introduction. Now let's note in this piece that we're in the key of C concert, or D major for clarinet, so we have F sharps and C sharps. And then at 3, the poco meno mosso comes to, I suppose, E flat major, though there's far more accidentals written in than E flat major would suggest. And then we finally come back to the theme, which is briefly in the key of B flat concert or C major, and then we come back to D major. So let's just take the speed back a little bit, and I'll play. Let's go back from the beginning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now it's written, the first couple of lines were written slurred but with tenuto, so don't tongue the note, just add a little bit more air. Oops, okay, so. Now for this top D, I do recommend that you come down a little bit because the piano part is far more interesting. It actually foreshadows the clarinet part. So when you come in, so that you can see the clarinet part, and then the clarinet part comes in again, and then the piano part foreshadows the clarinet part again. Etc. Let me play that. So this is what you'll be playing in a minute. So that you can hear the piano part. So that's really cool. Now, leading up to 1, you want to come down a bit. You're a mezzo piano, but you really want a warm shallow. Now, what to do about this F sharp to E sharp is I would. Now, it's a bit hard to go from a C sharp. I do recommend the side fingering, but I don't think in this case we can do the side fingering coming from the C sharp. It's just a little bit. What I suggest, you finger the normal F sharp and then to the E sharp, but then you can use the side F sharp. See? And then we're now up a sixth. Now, when we've got these jumps up to the A, put a little more emphasis on the lower note. And also you want to get a clean strike between the C sharp and the B. Yeah. So, and the thing about this piece is it's slurred. There's a lot of legato. You want a really smooth legato. If we go back to bar 6, we want a really smooth connection between the G and the D. And I invite you to practice that a few times. Etc. And then at 1, so you want that really smooth. And I'll keep going because this is, we have much of the same idea, except we're starting on an E. Back to the beginning idea. Now don't forget in bar 17 to fully count the 6 beats, because if you only count the 4, it's rather unusual, isn't it? It's in 3/2, it's not in 4/4. It's not something that you usually would come across. But anyway, let's take it back a little bit. Absolutely beautiful. And you can hear in the piano part that just before 1, how the piano part foreshadows the clarinet part. Let's have a listen to that. Playing a lot of yours. Back to the beginning. So we're back to much as the same as the beginning. In the third bar after 2, we've got these tenutos again. Make them little size. I feel that these are a little size rather than emphasis. So, and note here that we start on the 5th beat of the bar and not the 1st. That's quite interesting. So, and really blossom on that D. You've got a crescendo to the top D, so really blossom. And then take it back a little bit to the mezzo forte. And again, I feel there's a size. In bar 26, you want a really smooth connection between the G sharp and the C. And again, we've got this size. Now, coming up to 3, in the low F sharp, in bar 28, you'll need to use the left hand F sharp, the right hand G sharp. Now, for the A sharp, B flat, may I recommend that the B natural you use the forked fingering, the banana key, and then get a really smooth connection. And you want a really smooth connection, more emphasis on the lower C sharp. And then take your tempo from the piano. Let's take that back a little bit. quite a little bit here. Let's listen to this because you're about to play it. Isn't it just absolutely heartbreakingly beautiful music? It's just simply incredible. So the piano gets a lovely, lovely solo, sort of 10 bars of solo. Now you're coming in at 4 on a G flat, which is an F sharp. May I suggest that you start with the forked fingering, but the second G flat will have to be the normal fingering. Get that as smoothly as possible, because you've got to go down to an E flat. And then you'll have to use the normal fingering again to go down to the D flat. So, but I recommend that you do use the side key for the G flat going to the F. Now unfortunately you will have to use the regular fingering again in the next bar. Now, I mentioned this in my video on getting the best from your throat tones, but there are ways of getting a nicer B flat other than using the A with the side key, and that is called covered fingerings. I will put the link to that video in the comments section. Now, my best B flat, you put down the left ring finger and right ring finger with the C key down. Not much of a difference, but there is one there. Really blossom in bar 45 to the A flat. Note that I'm using that covered fingering again because and now it's a little bit easier from now on in. It adheres to the E flat. But let's recommend in bars 45 and 46. Now you can use any fingering of the C flat, D flat. You can use the left hand, right hand. I think I chose the right hand, left hand, that's just me. So at 49, life's made considerably easier by the fact that there aren't any of those nasty flat accidentals. So you've been weighting the bar previously. Note here you'll need to use the left hand C. Note the covered fingering I use for the A flat is these two fingers. And really blossom into that mezzo forte at bar 53 with the tenuto. You can use any E flat you want there. I prefer to keep it in the one hand. And for a G, better G, put those two fingers down again and listen to the piano part. This is the rubber band. Now listen to the piano part. Okay, let me pull it back again. From that's actually a quote from one of the song cycles, that little bit. So it's all accelerating through here. Listen to piano part. And then you're back into and then we have a sort of a double line indicating a slight break. And then we're back into the tempo 1. So let's follow this through. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. So at 69 we're back in tempo 1. I've taken the tempo back a little bit just for the purposes of this video, but I will play it through at full speed to give you an idea. But again, we've got these tenutos. And we notice in the piano that those bells have come back very stridently. You've got these very strident B flats. Very strident bells, just absolutely beautiful. And then I mean, we're basically doing the same thing we were at the beginning, but we're a tone lower. So your choice of D sharp. I prefer to keep it in the hand. And again, you want a really smooth connection between the B and the G. You can use any B you like. And keep going. Really now blossom into the top D. Not like that. And then an allegando before. Now these are tongued. Full but slightly accented. Now here, a secret with the top Ds, you don't want them turning into squeaks. So use the top lip to keep them down. Because otherwise, they're going to come out like that. You want to think down, you want to tighten the top upper lip so that but let's play it with the piano part. Absolutely brilliant music. And that's the second movement. We don't want that yet. Let me play this at speed for you. because I took it down. I took it down to about 80%. Let's practice this at speed now, so you can hear it all the way through. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant piece of music. So that's the first movement of the Prelude. You can see there's just so much music in there. Just incredible. And if you can get hold of this particular edition with the play along CD, I highly, highly recommend it. I try to get as many backing CDs as I can so that I can present these videos with backing tracks showing you how vitally important the piano part is. So thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've gotten something out of it, and please join me for the next movement, the absolutely beautiful Romance, which is just simply incredible, and the Carol and the Forlana. Just brilliant, brilliant music. So thanks for listening. Bye for now.